Hey there guys, Daniel here. Welcome back to the channel. Out today on a DR650 as you can see, but it's not the usual one that I've got. I bought another one. So I bought this one, it came up cheap. It does have an issue, which is why it was cheap and why I bought it. And the issue is third gear circlip had fallen out. Or a piece of the third gear circlip had come out during an oil change. Pretty much the same thing that happened to mine. It happened to mine at 10,000 k's. This bike has done almost 27,000, so a little bit difference there. It's the same year as mine. It could be a year less than mine, a year older, sorry. But yeah, same fault that my one had. I picked this up for 5,000 New Zealand dollars, which is pretty cheap. All going with no issues, it'd be worth 8.5, maybe even 9 on a good day. Yeah, so my plan is to fix this one up over winter. It's currently just coming sort of middle summer just now, so it'll be a winter project, and I'll fix it up, put a few thousand k's on it, and then sell it. So we'll head up down here. This is my first actual ride on the bike, so just make sure everything else is okay with it, which I think it is. It's pretty tidy condition for the case. It's had very little off-road use compared to mine. So we'll just head down to the lake here and I'll show you around it and we'll see what it's like. I'm also testing out a new helmet. I've got a Shark Spartan, the carbon fibre one. I picked that up in the January sales, Boxing Day sales, from MotoZone. I think it'd be like 400 bucks when it's down from like 950, 1,000 bucks, something like that. So I got a GoPro mount yesterday from Moto Mounts. So I've got that on there just now. Test it out, see what I like. I'm hoping it's a bit quieter for the audio compared to my RI. So it's got a main whistle on it. I have been pretty busy. If you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you'll we just had our first child, Phoebe. She's 2 weeks old as I am recording this. Time this is published, she'll probably be about a month old. Yeah, so I've been pretty busy, even in the lead up to that. So yeah, I haven't really been out on any bikes much. I did use the Honda quite a bit, just going back and forward. Danny was in hospital for a couple of weeks, as Phoebe decided to come 5 weeks early. So I was using the Honda to go back and forward, which was actually primo for that. The hospital was about an hour and a half away from my house, straight up the motorway, so yeah. I'm thinking about selling that Honda. I've now got 5 bikes in the house. I don't need 5 bikes. The Honda, although it's bloody quick, like it's seriously fast, it's not comfy. For me, you can make it, I can get different bars on it and make it comfier, but you're talking about spending 500-600 bucks on it. At that point, you know, I'll just take the BMW or the DR. And that Honda, yeah, I'm going to end up losing my license on it. So yeah, that's potentially going to be up for sale soon. We'll see. The only thing I'm thinking, that Honda, it's a 96 model, the very first generation of Blackbirds. It may go up in value in the future, it may not. It's pretty tidy and pretty low Ks. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's worth hanging on to for that hope. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really need the money, it's just more about a space thing. Yeah, we'll see. So anyway, I'll pull up here, we'll show you around this this new bike. Right guys, so here's the new DR650. It's in bloody good condition. It's a 2016 model and it's done 27,000 Ks. It's got a couple of marks on it, on the tank here. It has been down, I think he said he dropped it just on tar seal. A couple of wee marks here, and I think it's from Auckland I bought it from. It must have been quite near the sea. There's a couple of, you know, bare bits of metal that are a wee bit rusty in there, but nothing bad at all. So the overall condition is actually bloody good for the Ks and the type of bike it is. My bike is scratched and all the forks are damaged, the tank's covered in scratches, the panels are covered in scratches. These bits here are completely bare metal on mine, even, yeah, my bike's in way worse condition than this one. I think it's been mostly on the road. It does have Shinko 705 tyres on there, which I do run for my road trips on my one. I don't run the front, but I run the rear. So I would say it's been mostly on road for most of its life. It does have quite a few mods to it. Tail tidy, which I don't have on mine. I quite like this. LED indicators, I'm not overly fussed about them. They do look alright though, but the stock ones do the job fine. This rack here and these pannier frames, I think they're from the Dr650 NZ page, which I think is now gone. I think you can still buy them on the Facebook page. I actually really like them by the looks of them. That top plate looks really nice big flat area. Aluminium, plenty of holes for straps. I think I prefer that to my B&B one. It doesn't look as sturdy as the B&B one, but you don't really need it to be sturdy. It's definitely sturdy enough. Those racks look pretty similar quality to the Barrett ones that I had on Danny's bike. They do have a bit of flex here. It's just because they don't have a bar on the back, which I think the Barrett ones did. My Tusk ones certainly don't flex like that. So if you just had soft bags on there, I reckon that would be fine. It's got an FMF pipe on it, which sounds pretty cool. So yeah, the FMF pipe. That sounds pretty cool. It's not overly loud. It's got quite a nice sound to it actually. It does also have a ProCycle jet kit in it, so I assume the airbox is cut, but I haven't taken the airbox off yet to have a look. It does go pretty well. Now, I'm pretty confident it's much quicker than my DR, but I will have to have a back-to-back comparison when I get my one back on the road. It's got lowered foot pegs, similar to mine. They're not the same as my ones. I don't know what. I think he said they were Chinese ones, but they'll do the job. It's got an aftermarket brake lever here, or somebody's welded it and cut it. That's actually quite nice. Pretty sure that's stock suspension in there. It feels like stock suspension, which doesn't feel terrible to be honest. Acerbis bash plate here, plastic one. I really like that. It does have good coverage. It's got a hole there for the drain plug. I've heard good things about them being good protection and a lot less noise than the aluminium ones. Yeah, extended mixer screw there in the carby, which I assume came with the jet kit. It's got handguards here, which they look alright. Power zone ones, they're not bark busters, but they'll do the job. It does have folding mirrors, which I quite like. I may end up robbing them for my one, we'll see. Fronts, as far as I know, the suspension's all stock. It does feel it, just the indicators in the front there. Yeah, so overall, obviously Acerbis 25 litre tank. I would imagine it's the stock chain sprockets on there. Stock seat for sure. Although that doesn't feel too bad actually, coming off the KLX, which I've been riding most of the time recently. That seat actually feels pretty good. Aftermarket bars, not fat bars, just normal. Don't even know what brand they are. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty well set up DR. Yep, so it's a pretty well set up DR. So I paid $5 for it. I did have to get it shipped down from Auckland, which cost me $640. Yep, so I've got $5,640 into it. I reckon, depending what's going on in that gearbox, because it may need a couple of gears. My one did at 10,000. I need to replace third and fifth because they were all pitted. We'll have a look when we're in there. I may not. We'll see what it looks like in there. Yeah, I should be all said and done. Even if I've got to replace those gears, I should be less than 7k into it, all built up. And yeah, I said it should be worth 8 to 8.5. So I should make a wee bit of money on it. I may even sell my one and keep this one. Swap the suspension with this one. This one does have, my one's at almost 40,000 Ks now, so a bit less Ks. We'll see. I was thinking about selling my one for a while, but I'm on the fence about that. That KLX is just bloody good off-road.
But riding this thing, it's pretty nice actually. So I don't know, it's a pretty good bike, the DR650. Right, so that's pretty much it. That's the new DR650. There won't be much content coming on this. It's literally, after this ride I'm going to drain the fuel out of the carby and it's going to sit until I fix it in the winter. So it's going to be sitting, I'll disconnect the battery also, and I'll be sitting for a good 3-4 months before I next touch it. So anyway, thanks, that's it for this video guys. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you guys next time. See you!